appreciate you talking to us.
Yes. So I have something sidetracked, but I want the Fuenteses to be able to show you their deeds and stuff so you can understand what really happened to them. Great. Sorry, work. I'm always at work. They won't leave me alone.
You know the people. I'm here on behalf of my wife and her family.
Okay.
She wants to apologize for not being here. Her sister had an aneurysm the other day, and
yes, sir.
she's got her hands full doing all that with her.
Angela?
No, Margaret.
Margaret. She's younger, isn't she?
Yep.
Oh,
She's
no.
a baby.
Dolores Fuentes is his wife. She's the one that's in control of all the finances for her debt.
Yes.
Property and everything, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
She is full. Let me go ahead and leave this with you. You probably make it better out of it than I can. That's the deed to his property.
That's his property or your property?
Tony's property.
Okay. Tony's her father.
Yeah, on lot 8.
Do you have the neighbor stuff too?
This is hers. Yes, she handed it to me. So I'm saying yes. And if you need to, we can put it on speakerphone and she can talk to you directly.
Okay.
Lot 8 for Perkins Clarity is the lot with the house built on it. Is that correct, Book?
Yes.
Okay.
And
The
it
lot 8,
yes, and it should have been
256.
and it should have been on lot 1.
Okay, so lot 1's his property, right? Adjacent.
Exactly.
Okay.
Hey, I got you on speakerphone.
Huh?
I got you on speaker.
Okay.
So if he has any questions, I want you to be able to.
Okay.
How you doing, ma'am? I'm Chief Perkins. How you doing?
I'm doing fine. How you doing, Chief Perkins?
I'm doing good, ma'am. Thank you.
Oh, that's good. I'm over here at the hospital with my sister. I would have been there myself. I'm sorry.
That's what they said. You know, I hope everything goes well with that.
Yeah, I mean, too. Yeah, but it's just a way, you know, a touch and go kind of thing. You know, right now she's doing, you know, she's not doing good right now. And I tried to get over there to talk to you, but I mean, we had to come over here, rush over here to the hospital. So, you know, but anyways, I wanted to talk to you about Mr. Hirschberg. He bought. My husband has all the paperwork in front of you.
Okay.
But he has all the paperwork with him.
How'd
But
you
in
know
that
that?
paperwork,
How'd
he
you know
has whenever
You got a camera on you?
whenever they did the drawings for that house, okay, that house was on the drawings. It has the size of the property that it's sitting on. It's not the size of the property he bought. See, he bought lot 8, and the house is sitting on lot 1. It's not the same size. So, and he knew it, so he moved over because his property, that house is not big enough for his property. So he moved over and put that property on my dad's property.
The house.
Okay.
Okay? And then he got a survey done, and on the survey he got it done after he started. He didn't get it done before he started the property, doing the, you know, building his property. The foundation was already down after he got the it was already the foundation was already down by the time he got to the, you know, to do the survey. And it says it on the survey right there on the top of the house. It has it on there that it was already done, that the property was already started. So I don't see why understand how that right there is not an accident. That right there is intent. He intended. He did that on purpose, and it's not right. And my you know, I'd told me I had to get off the property. I don't know how many times. I sent him letters. He sent them back, and he's just not. He's not. And then Officer Luker told me that they could give me for trespassing. I'm like, are you serious? I go, off our own property, you're gonna give me? And he said yes, and I said okay. I don't understand why y'all can't get him for because his loan for that house, and it shows it on his deed, because my husband has a deed in front of him. It shows it on there. It's all on lot 8. Nothing is on lot 1. Just the house.
So the house itself is on lot 1, correct?
Yes, the house is built on lot 1, but his deed, his loan for the house, everything has lot 8, and he even has his survey having lot 8 on it with the house on it. That's impossible because it's on lot 1.
Dolores, we're a bit confused. We started off wrong. So, lot 1 is your property. Lot 8 is his.
Yeah, lot 8 is his.
Okay.
And lot 1 is ours.
And the deed for your property is lot 1. The deed for his property is lot 8.
Yes.
And that's the paperwork.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
And his property on his deed, it has on there.
It's okay.
It has the loan on there. Everything's on there, and it has all for lot 8, because you can see it on there. It has lot 8. And then on his and he tried to say that he didn't know anything about it, which was a lie because he was a part of it. Because he's the one that got the survey done, for one.
Right.
And then his permits, on the permits, he was the plumber. And on some of those permits, it shows that he was the inspector as well for the plumbing. And he cannot inspect his own jobs. But it shows it on there that he was the inspector because he's Alejandro. He goes by Alejandro. He goes by Alex. He goes by different names. But the phone number that's on there, it's his phone number. So he knew about it. He got the permit. That's his signature on there because it's the same signature that he put. It's on his deed for lot 8. So he has no ties to lot 8 whatsoever.
Hey, Dolores, pause for me. So how did he do the plumbing in city limits as his own inspector?
Repeat that.
How did he get by in city limits? Outside city limits, you can get away with it. Inside city limits, how did he inspect his own property for plumbing?
I have no idea. I don't know.
Okay.
They said that he was able to do the plumbing, which was fine, because his name's on there and he got the permit for it. But he is on there as the inspector as well. So he knew about everything that was going on. He was a part of it. He can't say that he did not know about it. He knew about it. And then the house, the CO was put, there's an application for the CO. And on that application, it's supposed to have my dad's signature. Okay? And I asked whenever, what's the guy's name that did the CO? He signed it.
Starts with a J. I don't remember.
What was his name?
It starts with a J, but I don't remember his name.
Wine?
No, Garza? No, this is Joseph Garza.
That's it.
He gave me the permits and he told me that he was sorry for his part in it and he's sorry for his name being on the CO. And I said, okay. And then I asked him, I texted
You said what now?
Huh?
I'm sorry, what did you say? What was the last thing you said here?
Repeat what you just said.
Yeah, he said that Garza, he told me that when he handed me the permits, he said he was sorry for his name being on the permits, and he's sorry for his part in it. He said that he was sorry for his name being on the CO. And then I said, where's your application? Because I have an email that's in my husband has it. There's an email where he asked him for the application for the CO, and he tells me that it does not exist. How does every other application, everything else exist except for that? He could not give it to me because he said it didn't exist. That's kind of like that's kind of fishy right there because it has to exist. They wouldn't give it to me though. Unless they did it without one, I don't know. But it's supposed to have one. And then the house, the whole time they were building that house, 759 was not on there. 759 they could get put on that house until the end, until they were finished with it. And my dad's name popped up in the middle of the build. his name popped up on the middle of the build. So they didn't have no certificate because on those permits you had there, it showed, it says, they stated on there, no, there was no permanent address on there. There was no permanent address on the house itself. There was a few times that they mentioned it, spread out. So the house, the 759 did not get put on there until after the house was built. And then the CO is not supposed to get printed out until after the house is done. And it was done like in the middle of it. And I just, we don't want him on that property. I understand that there's a house on it, and we do have a civil law. There's civil law. We have to go to court for the house and all that. But for him doing that, just going to take my dad's property, build a house on it, just because his was too small, he can't do that. That's not right. He cannot do that. He's not. I need somebody to get him off there. He can lock that house up. He can lock that house up. We don't want that house. We're not touching that house. But we need him off that property. We don't want him on the property because he's going to do more damage on that property. That he's already done damage to it. Because that's not the kind of house that we would have built.
That's called vandalism.
We want him off of that property, lock up that house, and leave.
It's
We don't
vandalism.
want him on the property because he cannot touch that property anymore. He has no ties to it. His own, everything's on his property, on lot 8, not lot 1. So we have the right to take him off that property. I just want y'all to let us have that right to take him off that property to help us.
Well, have you taken this in front of the JP or a civil court to have them file an eviction on him or anything like that?
Okay, they told me in order to file. Okay, they told me to do that. Okay, which I need y'all to investigate it. I need a proper investigation to be done, or there's not going to be, or he's going to get away with it. The civil matter. We did not give him permission to be there, so
You can't
there
evict
should
him.
be an eviction. We did not give him. We didn't sign anything saying that my dad's paying the property taxes for that house to be there. He's living. My dad's paying for him to live there for free. He's not paying any taxes on the property. My dad does that, and it's not right that he has to do that. But we did not give him we did not sign any agreement or anything. So we just need y'all to investigate it and help us get him off of there because that's it. That's the only way that the criminal's going to be shown because that was criminal. For him to go on that property, and just do as he wanted with it, and everybody just stood by and let him do it.
Hey, Dolores.
That's not right. They could have told my dad about it. My dad didn't find out till the house was already built.
Hey, Dolores.
You know?
Dolores.
Yeah.
So you can't evict him because he was never given permission,
Yes.
right? So
Permission.
without permission, it's called criminal trespass.
Yes, it's criminal trespass.
Now
but
your
I need
issue,
the police
Dolores. Hold on,
department.
Dolores.
I need
Hold
them
on,
to help me.
Dolores. Hold on. So your
Okay.
issue is Texas has squatter rights. If you let him live there for 5 years, you could lose the property. I know that you're appealing it, but nothing's getting done about it, right? So,
Yeah.
and you also got vandalism or property destruction of your property because you did not give him permission to build on your property, dig holes on your property, lay concrete, et cetera, right? So you have criminal aspects. You just need assistance with it.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, I think we give him a chance, let him go over the paperwork, let him review it,
Yeah, there's a lot of paperwork to look at.
do another investigation. But Perkins, our main thing is if they have the deed to the property and he does not have a deed to the property. Right. Hold on, Dolores.
I understand, everything that y'all are saying. It's just a matter of looking at it on what the courts will take in a criminal case and what will be taken in a civil case. And and I told you this last week when we talked. At face value, this is a civil issue. And
Not
I
the
understand-
criminal trespass. That's not.
I understand that and I answered this the other day when you said, well, let's say the house wasn't there, but the house is there. So that is where we're going to have to, come up with what can we do on this
So
to make that,
So may I?
yeah, go ahead.
It would be your job to enforce it, right? And it would be the judicial systems to say if they're going to take it or not, right? So without giving him a charge, they can't see that there's a charge. Does that make sense?
I see what you're saying, And I can tell you that we can put the case together and give it to the county attorney's
Perfect.
office.
That's
and,
better than what they
and,
did.
And they can look at it and they can say yes or they can say no.
Perfect.
I went up there today to talk to the county attorney. Unfortunately, she wasn't there. She was on vacation, so I wasn't able to do that. But I did start off by going up there to try to talk to them.
We appreciate that.
On that. I will look at it.
Okay, I appreciate that. That's all I'm asking.
Can I keep this? Is this something I can keep? All these papers, are these originals?
No, they're not originals. Those are pretty much all copies. But I mean, if you want to make copies of whichever ones you want to, I mean that's fine.
Well, I'd like to have a copy of the whole thing.
So I just want to know: isn't it against the law? Like, because he just chose to, for him to just move his build onto the other property. Isn't that against the law? I mean, in some cases, I mean, isn't that against the law? Because I know that.
Well,
that can't be.
Yes, ma'am. Well, the question is going to be, and just like, and I'll get. And trying to give you the best answer I can, just looking at it just quickly. This would be like, and I lost my train of thought. I lost my train of thought. I can't go further without knowing my train of thought. It was a good thought, and I was going to let you know, but I'm not going to say nothing that if I'm not on the right track that I was going to go on.
Welcome to my world.
Okay.
And you did say, now you asked if it was against the law.
For him to build the property.
Yes, and that's what it is. So, what's to say that, and I don't know this case in its entirety, but if he says, you know what, I was out of state, I have no clue that this was me building. Y'all are in town on your side, and y'all say, well, I have no idea that they were building on that house. So you got two different people saying two different things, and so there's a lot that goes into this besides just saying off the face value that. What's that?
It still doesn't give them the
No,
right.
no,
It doesn't matter if I was standing outside the house while they were building. It does not give them the right to build on somebody's property without your permission.
Right, and at that point, and I'm hypothetical here, ma'am. That's totally the only thing I'm doing is hypothetical. If y'all didn't know that he was building a house and not saying something as they were building, saying, "Hey, why are you building on our property? This is our property, not yours." And that's what I'm saying. They're you just can't say straight up,
And the building officials knew that was my dad's property, and they stood by and watched it. They let it happen.
And I don't know that. I don't know any of that. I know you're telling me that, but I don't know any of that.
Hey, Dolores.
We do have the paperwork to prove otherwise.
Hey, Dolores, you also have an audio recording of the man that built the house saying that he knew he couldn't build it there and that he paid off the city manager.
Yes, I have a few audio recordings. I'm getting them together, and I'm going to send them to you. I'll send them to you. That way you can hear it yourself. I mean, the things that he did. I mean, he's just like admitted a lot of stuff to us. That he paid off. They wouldn't give him the permits, and he got money. They found out that they could get paid. So then they said, okay, well, here's the permits. So they basically sold my dad's house to him underneath them. And I have it. He said it. He's the one that said it.
Yes, ma'am.
But I'm going to get all that together, and the video of Officer Luker, because he says, he told me that, because he told me whenever we went there the first time, he said, well, just,
So I have another thing to talk to you about. I don't
Brief.
know if you want him in there.
Brief.
Love you. Yeah.
He can stay. It's no big deal. He probably remembers it too.
Okay.
So we have, and I did a FOIA request on it initially. Chief Blanchard denied me, of course, but he released it to Jacob Morgan out of Rockport. Let him watch the video. It's actually on YouTube, the audio recording of him and Chief Blanchard, where he got to watch the video, and you can tell that they're going through the video, and he still refused to let me have it. So I did another FOIA request. It's for It's for Miss Deontis. She was tased on 8th Street in Aransas Pass picking up her kids on March 30th, 2023, around 3:45 or so. She was arrested, felony charges, a bunch of stuff happened, and the citizens wanted to know what really happened, and they wouldn't leak it out. Jacob watched the video, and he said it doesn't match what Chief Blanchard and everybody said at all, and I've been trying to get the video for 2 years now. Anyway, I did another FOIA request. They want to charge me $200 for it, which, if you read what the AG actually says, he says that he or she, depending on who the AG is at the time, but they say if it's good for the public and public transparency, that you should no charge. And all they're doing is taking it off a hard drive, or actually they're going to a hyperlink, and I just download it, so it's not costing them anything. It's already on your server.
The problem is going to be, and again, this is what I wanted to talk to you about. So on and what the open record stuff says, and a lot of it has to do with, and you're right about the transparency, and that one falls within like an officer involved shooting and things of that nature. But it doesn't mean it has to stick with that. It can go to anything that has to do. So basically, if I look at it and I said, you know what, I think that I should probably post this out, then I can put it on Facebook. Well, obviously, since I've been here, you know that I don't play on Facebook that often.
Smart.
So what I need to come up with, Mr. Followell, is I need to find out what the disposition of the case is. So if the case has been and I say disposed, not to say like it, I need to know the disposition. So if the disposition is the case is closed by the court and it's over with, then the only other question, because I've watched the video, the only other question that I would have that I need to have answered, and I need to make sure I have that answered, is the children that are in the video.
Public space doesn't matter.
So, but would you want? I mean, I get
it's not what you want.